Hello everyone and welcome to Photo Finds. I'm your host, Gavin Hatch. This past Sunday, June 7th, the Universal Orlando Resort celebrated its 25th anniversary, and I spent last Friday in the park looking at all the details found throughout the resort commemorating the milestone. Before we go into the park, let's start at City Walk, where you can find this ad for the 25th anniversary concert series taking place over the summer. This will be taking place instead of the summer concert series that the resort has had in years past. I also wanted to get some shots of the future home of the recently announced NBC Sports Grill and Brew. The massive sports bar is planned to open this fall and will feature a 100-foot wide high-definition screen and 2 spotlights at the entrance, and nearly 100 high-definition televisions airing non-stop sports coverage throughout the interior. As for the food, it will be prepared on open kettle grills, and more than 100 beers will be available, including one found only at that restaurant. There will even be an outdoor beer garden. In front of the NBC Sports Grill, I noticed these banners in place that probably were left over from the Today Show tapings that took place on May 29th. But event staff were in the area, so I'm not sure if maybe there was still some additional shots being filmed later that day. Across the lake is the NVA City restaurant that is planned to close this August. The announcement came the day following a press release from Disney stating that they're planning on opening an NBA restaurant experience at Disney Springs in the near future. Now let's head into Universal Studios, where I noticed this very cool new entertainment offering to promote the new Universal animated feature, Minions. The movie is set to debut in theaters July 10th. I couldn't get better shots up close since the float and dancers were moving, but I did notice from a distance the float showing off the Minions movie logo is the same float used in the daily Superstar Parade. It was just modified for the new entertainment offering. I was unable to see the parade that evening due to storms in the area. Also, a new Minion Scavenger Hunt game can be played around the park. You can get a Scavenger Hunt card from one of the 5 locations at the resort. This card has hints to point you in the locations across the park where there will be 7 hidden minions for you to find and take pictures with. The cards are at no additional cost. When you come into the park, make sure you stop by the Universal Studios store window displays. The storefront has great pictures and decor themed to past and present attractions that opened with the park. Due to the reflections on the window during the day, I took the pictures at night for better viewing. The attractions showcased are Confrontation, which was a guest favorite until its closure in 2007 and is now home to the Revenge of the Mummy. There's also Jaws, that was closed in 2012 to make way for Diagon Alley as part of the resort's expansion of the Harry Potter franchise. In 1996, Ghostbusters Spooktacular closed to make way for Twister that opened in 1998. As a tribute to the attraction, in a firehouse window in Twister's queue is an ad for a paranormal travel agency. Alfred Hitchcock, The Art of Making Movies, was closed in 2003 and is now home to Shrek 4D. Back to the Future was one of my personal favorites and closed in 2007 to have a space to bring the Simpsons family to Universal Orlando. The famous Universal monsters such as Frankenstein, Wolfman, and Dracula have been featured in shows and meet and greets since the park's grand opening and are still seen daily at Beetlejuice's Graveyard Review. The E.T. Adventure is also found in the display, even though the attraction is still operational, but it was here on opening day and is of course a classic and my all-time favorite ride. Now, the E.T. Adventure is not the only attraction that is still open since the park's debut in 1990. Animal Actors on Location is right across from the E.T. Adventure and has been entertaining guests since the very beginning. Even though over the years the show has had some name changes, the premise of the show remains the same. Does anybody remember back when it was called Animal Planet Live? That went on from 2001 to 2006. Universal's Horror Makeup Show is my all-time favorite theme park show, and just like Animal Actors, it too has had changes to the show over the many years, but still provides an informative but hilarious look into just how some of the special effects are created in Universal's gruesome films. If you've never checked it out before, please make sure you check out the Pantages Theater on your next visit. You will not be disappointed. Some of the actors have actually been doing the show since it opened. Now, next time you visit the resort, you will notice that every team member, except those working in the lands of Harry Potter, has a 25th anniversary celebration tag that's attached to their name tag. They look great, and I really actually want one for myself. There is even new anniversary signage placed on lampposts around the park. The maps have had some changes to reflect the celebration as well. If any of you collect vintage park maps, I recommend visiting Theme Park Connection in Orlando. They have thousands to choose from available for purchase. Some refurbishments are taking place over across from the Revenge of the Mummy and across from Louis' Italian Restaurant. Before you know it, we're going to start seeing some set pieces being put out for Halloween, but it's still a little early. I wanted to jump over to Islands of Adventure to visit the new Raptor Encounter found in Jurassic Park. The meet and greet type experience is located at what used to be Triceratops Encounter and is very, very impressive and so lifelike that it's almost terrifying when you actually meet the Velociraptor up close. This opened just in time as the new Jurassic World film is set to debut in theaters June 12th. Well, that does it for this edition of Photo Finds. With now over 21,000 team members, Universal Orlando has grown so much since its beginnings in 1990 and is only getting bigger. I hope all of you have a chance to visit Universal as it celebrates its 25th anniversary. Until next time, get out, have fun, and enjoy the parks.